You think you're free, don't you? No one's holding a gun to your head, there are no chains on your wrists, and yet, you obey. You follow rules you never agreed to. That's because the strongest chains are always the ones you can't see. From the moment you're born, you're entered into contracts you never signed. Be polite, sit still, don't question authority, respect the system, fit in. There are no guards, no prison walls, there are only expectations. And the scariest part, you become your own jailer. You enforce these rules on yourself every single day. You censor your own words, you soften your truth, you kill your own instincts, just to avoid a little bit of discomfort. Tell me, does that sound like freedom to you, or does it sound like conditioning? Let's talk about what these social contracts really are. A social contract is just an unspoken agreement. It's you saying, I'll behave this way, so that you'll accept me. Think about it. At work, you trade your raw honesty for a sense of job security. In your relationships, you often trade your true, authentic self for the feeling of approval. And in society at large, you trade your personal power for a life of comfort. Slowly, piece by piece, you forget what you actually want. The system doesn't need to actively control you. It just needs you to be terrified of being rejected. So why do most people never escape this? Because the contract feels safe. It's warm and predictable. Breaking it has real consequences. People will talk behind your back. Doors will suddenly close. You'll get labeled as difficult or even dangerous. So, most people just stay quiet. They obey. They shrink themselves down to fit into the little box society made for them. Not because they're weak, but because they are terrified of standing all by themselves. This is where we need to understand the difference between control and dominance. Control is loud and obvious. It demands obedience. Dominance, on the other hand, is silent. It makes obedience feel voluntary. The truly dominant person doesn't need to rebel openly. They don't need to scream and shout. Instead, they understand the rules of the game better than anyone else. They know exactly what people expect. They know what people fear, and they know what people need to believe to feel safe. And they use that knowledge. So how does this subtle dominance actually work in the real world? It's not about aggression. It's all about positioning. You don't have to break the social contract, you just have to bend it to your will. You start speaking less, but everything you say has precision and weight. You learn to say no without feeling the need to apologize for it. You remain perfectly calm while everyone else is scrambling for approval. You let other people over-explain themselves. You let silence do the heavy lifting for you. Because, at the end of the day, people respect what they cannot control. And that brings us to the power of silence. Silence is a weapon. When you stop reacting to every little thing, you force other people to start revealing their own cards. When you stop constantly explaining and justifying yourself, others project their own insecurities onto you. That projection exposes their weaknesses, not yours. It's a simple rule. The person who needs approval from the other has already lost the game. So here's the final truth. Most people think dominance is about having power over others. It's not. True dominance is about achieving freedom from those invisible chains. It's about freedom from needing validation, from needing permission, from needing constant acceptance. When you no longer need any of those things from the outside world, you become unpredictable. And in a world built on predictable behavior, unpredictability is the ultimate form of power. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Are you living your life by rules that you chose for yourself? Or are you living by contracts you never even agreed to? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.